Hello, 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 hello. It has been, gosh, I don't even know how long it's been since I've been here, and I apologize for that. I've had my own bunch of things, life kind of gets in the way of crafting sometimes. Definitely got in the way of filming for sure, but I am so glad to be back. I am so glad you're here. Welcome to my channel. My name is Diana. I'm the owner of From My Scrap Room on Etsy. Also have a Facebook, Instagram. You're finding me here on YouTube. Um, so I'm starting to get back in the groove. I just came back, got back from Texas last week or this week, Sunday, um, for Junkie Edition 4, which is an amazing, amazing, amazing event hosted by Deborah Wilson from the Planner Chicks of Central Texas. This is her fifth year, I believe, of hosting events like this. I could be wrong. I didn't hear about it until uh, Junkie 2. Um, Junkie 3 was something they did on a cruise ship. Um, and then Junkie 4. So here we are, Junkie 4. Just got back and wanted to show you what we did. I have a quick little reel highlight, I guess, from my weekend that I can also link here. But I wanted to show you all the stuff I got. I was waiting because I had so much stuff, I had to ship a box home. Yes, you heard me. I had to ship a large flat rate box back home, priority flat rate large box back home, because I had so much stuff it did not fit in my suitcase. I know. So I wanted to just give you a quick show of all the stuff I got. So this are the some of the projects that we did. I have more. Like I said, I have so much stuff right now um, to go through to figure out where it's going to go in my room. Yikes! And then showing all the swaps and stuff we did. There were 32 attendees. 2 had to cancel at the last minute, which was very unfortunate. But 32 people, 32 lovely ladies, very talented. We all did a swap. So we gave out swaps and we got swaps back. Swaps aren't required, but everybody loves to do them. So it's a lot of fun. So I have swaps to share or to show you. All the goodies that were on our table. I'll put a little peek here also to show what my table looked like when I arrived. Very, very cool. But I just want to show you what's going on here. So we got these cute, cute, cute little books. Last year she did them as they look like passports. This year it was a let's go camping little vintage book that she had. She made it small so that we each have a little book. These are the tags I did for mine. Instead of writing in each one, I did little tags. I did write on the back of most of them, but so I added tags. This was something, a little swap that I got, inspired by a hotel key card pouch. So I cut a little, or traced a little template so that I can make some of these. Here I make these passports for all my events. They're intended for you to get your new friends to sign them and share something about themselves so they can remember, so you can remember them and the fun time you had. So this is in the little pocket. There's a little pouch, a patch in here that came from something else. I just started to clean up, just started shoving things in. Yikes. So anyway, we did these little books, super cute, little addresses. Somebody else did tags. People wrote little notes. She adds I don't want to share everybody's addresses here, so I'm going to hide that for a second. She shares the menu of what we're having to eat. In the middle, some people add little tags or washi, staple in their business cards, stickers, and then there's another little back pouch, and this is done with lace. And then just a couple little printables that she has in here. If you wanted to do a camping theme for your journal, you can do that too. So these are super cute. Little passports. They went around the room. Everybody signed them. Super cute. I'm going to make a pile off to the side, and I'll probably have to move it eventually. But this was a large project for the weekend. We got a bag that had a bingo card in it, and then a back. This one it's just plain chipboard, but I already covered mine. But a chipboard piece. It had rings in it, the bingo pieces, and then some loose papers. Um, like we all use for our junk journals and for the journal kits. So book pages, music pages, a couple pattern papers, different things. And the project was ready, set, go, which I love because everybody has their own style. So I like seeing what the end result can look like, and then you do your own thing. And this was a work at your own pace. So the retreat that she does is not a class-based retreat. So you're not doing classes with actual instruction step by step. It's more of a project retreat. So she gives you a bag with some stuff and says, go. So this is my bingo board book. This was the swap from Deborah. She had these little junkie envelopes or pouches that she made. We each got some letters that had our initials, some punched out tags. This is a trailer. It's on a canvas, and I'm not sure if she printed this or just cut it out from fabric. Other little pieces, a guest check with a note, and it's designed as a pocket. So I just glued it in because this I thought was the best for me to start, because I know this is my junkie book. We also got name tags, which are super cute. They're on chipboard. They feel like bingo cards. I might have to replace this ring. It keeps popping. This pocket I made just from a piece of like a magazine, and then I cut a tag, started to collage, but just use the papers that were in there plus papers that we received as swaps. So I just kind of started to go through. So cutouts. She printed these little cards, excuse me, like flashcards. This was somebody's swap, and I'm sorry I don't remember. Some people put their names on their swaps, others didn't. So I don't think it was on the back, but I just glued it in because I thought it would be fun. A card. This little prayer card, thought was sweet. So I put it in a pocket, cut out a book page, this little button piece. She had sewing machines there, so I just did that. A piece of card, like a manila folder piece that was cut to size. That was in the kit. More book pages. I made a flip out. This is not done, but this is how much I got done at the event, just working as I went. Another flip out. This was a swap. This was from, came like this. This was from Joanne. She had little pieces inside. Right here was one of them. So I took the pieces out and I used it, and I just clipped this in here. So cute. Covered the back. This one, another pocket. All these pieces. I literally went to this event with glue, 3 different types, because I never know what I want to use. Scissors, a trimmer, my sanding disc, 2 ink colors. My favorites, antique linen and vintage photo distress oxides. So I had those. I had my corner rounder, my crocodile, some eyelets, and I don't know if I said my trimmer, but that was pretty much it. My tools were in a small container that fit right on my desk. And that's all I took. I didn't take any paper. I didn't take any embellishments with me this time. Last year, I took way too much and had to buy another suitcase to get back home. This time I had to chip a box. So I think for next time, I'm going to put my carry-on in a medium-sized suitcase and then check it so that I have empty space to come back. But that's besides the point. But I just wanted to let you know, like all of these pieces, everything that's used was given while we were there. Pictures. Oops, this came off. This was one of the swaps that Deborah made. Deborah made so many things. She makes all these pieces like all year long to give us when we get there, and it's all over the table, and it's so cool. So I had those hanging off. This was from a swap, manila folder that was stamped. I cut it apart, so I used it because I used the others. Oh, actually, that's what this is. The other side of, not that one. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I didn't show it yet. Anyway, manila folder. She had it folded and then folded up for a pocket. And then she had little pieces in it, but I wanted this piece, so I cut it, and then I used the other piece of the manila folder somewhere else. Another piece. She gives you some fussy cuts that you can cut. This, I used an envelope that was in the pack. This is a card envelope. This was a tag that was already made. I added this extra little brown and then this brown. The time card piece was in there. I folded it up, made a pocket. This one I think needs a little more weight on this side because it's kind of heavy. This was another little swap. This was already ready to go. A tag already ready. I just added the lace. Note card, pockets. Some of the pockets were already done. Like she'll create pockets and just stick them on the table so that you can use whatever you need. Flashcard. Oh, this bunny was also in Joanne's swap. This lace was part of Erin's swap, which was this folder. She had that clip to the front. Gorgeous. I stapled it on. Made some more tags. This one, actually, I made this piece. This piece was already finished. So dangles, super easy to do. Oh, I'm going to have to repin that. But that was pinned on, I pinned that on there. But yeah, so just little, I mean, so many little pieces. This tag might have been done already, actually. I can't remember. And all this stuff was sitting on my table. So it was kind of using the table. It did get to a point where I had to stop what I was doing, grab everything and make one big pile, and then resort it out so that I knew what I was looking for. This is nice heavy watercolor paper that was in the kit. This one, I created this. It was a napkins. She has napkins, extra stuff. There was a swap station in the back, or not swap, but a de-stash tables in the back, which were loaded. So I got some really cool stuff. So I want to bring this up because this is super cute. But just a napkin on a piece of book page. And I glued it onto the yellow. Glued this. Sorry, I think that might have been too close. Sorry, you guys. Okay, here we go. Try that again. So I put a napkin on a book page. Actually, I think I stuck the book page to the yellow first because it folded, and then stuck down the music sheet, then did the napkin over the two to fold it. Added this to the back. This was already on the table with some sari silk, I think. And then I just created this little cluster with some of the pieces that she has at the table that you can just go grab. So cute. More pattern paper. This little pocket was already made. I think this has stuff in it too. I didn't pull the stuff out for some of them. So it's all ready for me to journal in and add some pictures. I like adding pictures to my junk journals. That's just me. I am a scrapbooker at heart. I just have no more space for 12 by 12 books. But I did this as a 2 little tucks. These little flashcards she had at the table, more whale tail punches, and then I collaged this. So then she had a table, like when we were towards the end, we did a tassel project, which I'm looking right now to my right at my pile of stuff. I know what's in there. I'll show it to you. But she had all these strips of trim that you could just go in, pick whatever colors you want, because she doesn't want to give you pink if you don't like pink. And you pick what you like, and you can tie it on. So that's my bingo board book project. Super, super cute. I'm planning to continue to work on this. I'm going to add some of the swaps in here, I think. And then do some journaling, add some pictures. So, and I totally spaced on pictures. I was too busy listening to music on my phone that I forgot to take pictures. So I'm going to borrow pictures that the other gals took from our Facebook group, and I'm going to use those. So you guys, everybody will be in here. So that's one. That was one project. So then she had a little challenge, which was pieces in an envelope. You didn't know what it was. And the challenge was just to create something, and you had to use something, everything in the envelope, and then you can add other things. So my envelope had this little Bridge Players note card or score sheet piece as one. There was a piece of lined paper. No, that wasn't in there. There was 1, 2, the money, the burlap, 3, the tag, 4, I think it was only 4. Yeah, I think there were only 4 pieces in there, and you had to make something. So I found some trim on the D-stash table. I found some more sari silk at the D-stash table, and I made it just a little book. Paper. This wallpaper was the envelope. So the envelope was made out of wallpaper. I think that was the 5 things. So 5 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the tag. 5, yeah. This is Planner Charm. Moonbeam Designs is Deborah's business name. So I'll link that too. But she had this little charm, planner charm, that was sitting at the table. So I stuck that in there. Piece of burlap. The tag is printable. I added the trim. This is really cute. I'm not sure whose printable this is or if she did that herself, mixing printables or what. And then the other side of the book. And then these little flashcard replicas she printed, downsized, and reprinted. And there's a table that has a huge printer tray, and each slot has different embellishment pieces that she's already made and cut out for you, and it's ready to go. It's just truly, she thinks of everything. And you don't need to come with anything more than your clothes, your favorite tools, and your bedding, sheets and stuff. And that's it. Stuff to take a shower. Everything else is provided. So super cute. So I did this little challenge book. Then Saturday, Dee Dee, and I think her last name is Calderon, and I am sorry if I said that wrong. She was our guest teacher for this event, and she taught us a zine. I have heard of that. I just never made one before. So she showed us how to make one. And this was made from a manila folder piece, folding and cutting, and then refolding so that it's basically 4 little pieces together. She had the kit was the manila folder, some vintage book pages, an old vintage check. Excuse me, I'm going to grab a drink. Excuse me. Some prints that she did. And she taught us how to do image transfer from laser print paper direct to paper using matte medium. So I'll show you some of the other pieces. I had them all together and I think I just buried it, but I'll pull it back out. But making this, teaching us how to do the transfer and then rubbing off, you wet it and rub it all off. I had seen that before, never tried it. Very fun, very messy. So if you don't like paper bits all over, you might want to skip that little project. But I enjoyed it. I always love learning something new, and then I'll decide whether I want to do it again. I just rather increase my knowledge. So anyway, she also had these little laser cut. I think this is like a chip. I'm not sure if it's chipboard or heavy cardstock. Again, I'll find it, but little pieces. So it was the folder, the paper, the laser printed images, and then and a button, something else. This was a swap, this little piece that I clipped on. It's a paper clip. Can you see that? Paper clip with a jump ring. Wait, where's my camera? I'm all messed up. I'm backwards, so I'm getting this side. There we go. Oh my gosh. Okay. Video rookie moves. Okay. A bold pin. It's not a jump ring. It's a bold pin on the end with some piece of lace, little piece of double-sided or collage. Feels like cardstock. A little tag. A little jewelry bead. Looks like a snap, actually. Maybe. And then it was just all clipped together. So, but I put it through a hole. I made the hole, so I stuck it in there. Super cute. Button. Oh, fabric. There was a fabric bag in there that we ripped apart. But I added these little lace pieces and little ephemera pieces, labels that Deborah had ready to go. Oh, and she does a washi tape, Dee Dee, that gives you the aged look similar to Tim Holtz tape, the vintage tape that he has. She does it on a washi roll. So she has that as well. And then this piece, this very pretty daffodil floral, came off of a swap. I used it. Button. This is the burlap bag. And then I had lace at the table. So a cute little mini book that are fun to do. This would be fun for maybe somebody's like birthday. You just want to send them some pictures. You can do something like this. Super cute. So this one was more of some instruction like a class, but then it was okay, go. And then if you had questions, she was there to answer questions. So this was fun. That's another one. And then on we left on Sunday. Saturday, we did another folio signature. This could be done any way you like. Me personally, I like the 8.5 by 5.5 size. Some people did it as a tall. So what? This tall. I'm drawing a blank on the size. Anyway, instead of taking your regular piece of paper and folding it in half long ways, right on the horizontal, you fold it. They did it on the vertical and folded it. So I did not finish this project. This one does need to be bound. I used this had, again, the folder. It had some fabric, or this is like, too bad you guys can't feel this, but this to me feels like couch material. So, oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank. Anyway, thick canvas. Thank you. Canvas material, different patterns. This is also more different ones. This one, you could see the texture on it. And then burlap pieces. So she had some pieces in your kit for you, and then some others on the side in case you wanted to swap out colors. So I went in and I added some Fabri-Tac just basically in the middle of each of these pieces. Let me open it this way. Added some glue, but not on the edges. And then I went back through and I stitched. And I did a rickrack stitch in between all of these because we had sewing machines there. Awesome. And then the inside, I put old music sheet paper, but this paper was so old that when I folded it and then opened it back up, it started to break because it was really old paper. So I just used my nail and cut through it. I'm going to add a piece of lace in here before I do the binding. That's why I didn't finish. But this is old Braille paper that was also on the table, or I think that was maybe a piece in the kit. Music paper, a printable. This is some paper that Cindy, which I'll link her to, she does junk journals and sells them on her Etsy shop. I think she's up to number 178. They're gorgeous. But she did a bunch of dyed paper and sold some paper there. Leslie had paper to print. Oh, look, that's upside down. Go that way. Good thing I didn't bind it yet. Me and my upside down. Anyway, she had pages that she dyed that she had available. Old dictionary, more Braille paper. So this was one big sheet and I cut it. That's what I, on the side, and then this one, I made a pocket. This was another piece. This is like a ledger. Another music page. I think this was possibly reprinted on coffee dyed paper. I used a bag and another piece of dyed paper. So that's gonna probably be my signature piece. But yeah, this was another one. This is another something that we did. And I made this tag while I was there. Just used the material. There was a box of material scraps. I mean, there's just, again, she thought of everything. And she brings so much stuff that she has to tow a U-Haul with all the goodies that she brings for us for this event. Blows my mind. But this is going to go in here, and that's going to be another project. So for the weekend, these 4 little projects plus some little mini projects, which are in the box somewhere. So I'm going to move this, and then I'm going to show you guys some of the stuff that I got just from everywhere. Just, I'm excited to open up this box. I'm going to open it on this side, just so my address isn't out in the world for everybody to know, to show you some other things that we got. So there was a she has some people who will donate items to the event for us, for the guests. Excuse me. And then their business card is in it. So this is a gift. This was on the table for everybody. This was an everybody gift. Hopefully that noise isn't too much. These are gorgeous. This is from Michelle Cox. She has an Etsy shop, but she did these hand-dyed materials that she gave to everyone as a gift. I didn't open them yet. I'm opening them right now, but so gorgeous. So different textures. Oh, so many textures. Some lace pieces. I don't know if these are all hand-dyed or if she finds them in with the color and then cuts them up. But just so much fun to add to your junk journals, your tags, whatever you're making. Cards, even adding this to a card. So pretty. Canvas pieces. This is a lovely mix. It has all the colors. This feels like canvas. It's thicker. This one feels like that sari silk. I'm not even really sure what that is, to be honest with you. Just hear everybody talk about it. But, and then more crocheted stuff. So that's one. Put that to the side. This is a quilted square, or just trimmed. But you can cut these apart if you wanted to use that. Some stamped cotton. Oh, dog's here. That you can cut apart. You can watercolor on this. You can use your pens if you wanted to. Ink it up with some ink pads or tea dye. Piece of lace. I think this might have came from the like D-stash box, because I used a few pieces of lace. I was trying to pack everything in my suitcase, which took a while. But so this is Sean. She does tatting. She likes to do tatting, and she did a little class, a little project class if you wanted to learn how to tat. I gave her the little piece, and I forgot what it's called, but the shuttle. I gave it back to her because I knew this was something that I could not do. I tried to crochet in the past, and counting knots and keeping that, I'm not good at it. I know me, and I 100% am not good at it. I get distracted too fast, and I don't remember where I left off. So I know this is not something that I could do, but these are gorgeous, and I know how much time, just by watching her make a couple knots, how much time it takes to make something like this. So tatting is old, like hand knotted lace, and a lot of times it's on like the edge of your bra, or like the edge of a collar, like little delicate pieces. So amazing, and so time consuming. So cool. Wow. Oh, this is Dee Dee's company. Wow Studio. But she created this was our logo for the shirts. So she did a laser cut wooden piece that you can add. That's going to go into my bingo book sometime. Someone did some, I think this is like a peel apart, like sticker paper. These are my music scraps. This was a swap. This is from Linda. She made these charms that you can put on something. So cute. And I got blue. I love blue. I think I might add it to my keys, but not sure. I'm not sure I can get that back in there. Someone gave us a Christmas swap with different pieces. This feels like wrapping paper, but I'm not sure. Just a little folio with some Christmas pieces, which will be fun for upcoming Christmas stuff. And she didn't put her name on this. I'm not sure exactly who that came from, and I'm sorry. If you see something that you gave, please comment below and say, I did that. I did the book or the folio. This was a swap from, I'm not sure. Folio swap. So cute. So cute. I didn't open all of these while I was there, but really pretty pocket. This is textured. You can see that. A tag. Cute. I love that. And it is collaged. It's 2 pieces. You can feel it. And inked. And cute yearbook pictures. Holdover tabs. This feels like watercolor paper. Oh, with the edge. Cool. That looks like it was printed. Looks like a recipe. Almond Delight. Peanut butter crunchies. Oh, little recipe. Stimholt ephemera pieces. Very cute. So somebody made that. Oh, Becky made these. Becky. Oh, and she made this, and then she made everybody an Ollie owl. So cute. I have him on my table, so he sits by me. But Becky made these, this and this, for 32 people. So talented. So talented. I love it. Love it. Watercolor mark making. Love these. I use those all the time. This was another swap, perhaps, for a gift. Oops. Some little die cut pieces, some cutouts. Ooh, that's pretty. On vellum, see-through. And then a very pretty wax seal. And there's something in there. I don't want to open it yet. But I am going to try to, for those of you on the Facebook group for Junkie 4, I'm going to try to take pictures of some of these things. And then if you did it, claim it. I would love to know exactly who did these. They're so great. Adventure Begins. This is another one. Oh, I think this is from Betsy, perhaps. This is a little project, and it is a sewing bobbin, a metal sewing bobbin with some charms. And so you make a bobbin dangle, a charm dangle with a pin. And that's from Betsy and then a couple envelopes. Super cute. And a tag. A ticket tag. Very, very cute. So that was her swap. I'm not sure who made this one, but I think this was a swap too. Very pretty. Made tag with all the different layers and elements on it. Some of these, no, they don't come out. I don't want to pull it. One gal made earrings. And I don't know if you can tell what this is. I thought they were eyes, but these are old Starbucks gift cards. Upcycle. And then she put it on a little playing card. So she made earrings. Joanne gave me an extra pocket, but this has her little ephemera pieces inside. This is a printable. I think this might have been on the table. Some trims. Some die cut pieces. The box itself came from Donna, and it has these very vibrant, very pretty prints inside that you can use to create tags or a book. And then she has some coordinating papers. So she gave us this box with these few things in it. These gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous papers. These have to be laser printed. They're just amazing. But so some paper in here with some trim in the box. And then the box is great because then I could pack all the extra goodies in it and stick it in a bag, stick it in my suitcase. So that's one pile. Oh my goodness. One pile. Pile one. We had a gal give us some bag with, these were empty, but with different containers. So it was great because I was able to stick some of the stuff in there. These are just all little things. We had a little tray on our table that had little trinkets in it. Some buttons, some clothespins, some clips, twine. Those eyelets are mine. Different game pieces. This might be from Jen. I think this is from Jen because I have this in here. I'm assuming that's Jennifer from Jennifer. And then these other little pieces, little cards that were on the table, more playing card prints that were on the table. Just all these little small pieces that you can use however you want with your projects. Joanne was playing with circles and making little flowers. So all these little pieces were things that were either on your table or in the little bag where you could go grab different elements to use. So that's that. But yeah, so much. So much. I shared my I did a quick reel of my trip on my way, and I had quite a few of you say, I want to go to the next one. I want to go to the next one. So I'm telling you now, Deborah announced the date for Junkie 5 in Round Top, Texas. So we stay at the Glamp Inn, which is, if you haven't checked out their Instagram, super cute. All of these old retro trailers that sleep to. They have a small little fridge. They have a fan. Or a yurt, which is like a canopy tent with 2 beds and 2 side tables. Super cute. I was in a yurt this year. Loved it. I actually liked it a little bit more. I had more air circulation. I got too hot in my trailer last year, but had an amazing time anyway. But oops. The dates. Okay, look at this. This is what I had to ship back. This was what was in that large box. The dates for Junkie 5, June 25th through 28th, 2026, Round Top, Texas. To get information, you are going to want to join the Facebook group, Planner Chicks of Central Texas. And you can say Diana sent you. I'll add the link in the description below. But that's how you'll get information from Deborah. She's already playing around with some ideas for who's going to be the teacher. We don't know who's going to be the guest teacher yet, but she's working on that. So as soon as she has information, she posts it on that group. So this bag came from Patsy in Alaska. She was our furthest attendee. She gave everybody a bag. This is her favorite coffee shop in Alaska, so I thought that was really cute. No, that's not it. She had some things in here, and I'm so sorry, Patsy, but I don't remember exactly what was in here. But look at all this stuff, you guys. Oh my goodness. Okay, before I get going, I'm going to move this. I'm going to move this because that was not a swap. And I'm going to slide this out. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, cute little bag, which was also very, very helpful. I want to say that this little pouch of goods was in this bag from Patsy. It has tags, ribbon, material strips, different trims. Cute. Some cards. Ooh, this is pretty. Can't tell if that's stamped or if she printed on that or she cut it. This feels like a box. I don't know. Have to ask her. Some vintage papers. So cute. So I think, pretty certain this was in here. And she gave it to us like that. Put that down there. Okay. Oh, here's Erin. This is Erin's swap. I think I got an extra where somebody gave me their folder. Gorgeous trim. And she even rusted. These are rusty paper clips. And then there's different things inside. Pictures, postcards, book, library cards, envelopes, paper. tickets, watercolor paper pieces, cigar bands, cigar rings. I'm not sure what they're called, but this was a swap. Gotta move this up. Put this back on. So that's a swap. This is a swap. Somebody made this pouch that's stitched on the sides. So it has stitching. It's a collage. And it's full of goodies. So she made this. This is so cute. Good idea. It looks like it is using like maybe a pastry bag like that you would get from the coffee shop. Fresh baked soft pretzels is what you can see that. But she used that glassine as the outside and then collaged over the top. Oh my gosh, brilliant. And it's already assembled, so then you're not trying to figure out the dimensions. You just collage on the top and then stitch it. Some cards, more vintage paper, some recipes, old ledger type paper, dictionary pages, an envelope with an old letter. Cute. So just so much stuff in here to use with your projects. You might not even have to buy anything. Okay, maybe. This was a swap. This is my swap. I made snippet rolls. So it's a 1 yard of muslin fabric, and then I glue on it fabric and paper, and then stitch around it, tied it with some jute, and then added a dangle. And these are all hand stamped and stickers. So this was my swap. It was a snippet roll. I have some left, so I think I'm going to add them to my shop. I had these in the shop a while ago. Shipping for them was a little difficult to figure out, but I think I got it now. I did that when I first started my shop. So, but different ones, different colors. Like I try to pick a color, so that's fun. Let me move this out of the way. This is a little bag. This was a swap, a little organza bag, with some washi and some labels, some stickers, cute little things in there. This is another swap, I think another swap from Jen. And it's different pieces of paper in there, some die cut tickets. I think that's a Creative Memories punch, which I might have to get that. And then she did a tag. This looks like pumpkins, so I think that's another punch. And then she just layered raffle tickets on top with the staple and then stuck it on. Oh, this is a garment tag. Cute. Very cute. Some fun money for game money. Monopoly. A leaf. Cute. Here's another swap. This one is closed with a sticker. And oh, this is a little book. Someone took, smart, a postcard, folded it in half, and made a mini book. Oh, this is very cute. So similar to what I did in my little challenge. But super cute. That looks like it was an envelope. I don't know if she stamped on that or if it was like that. It looks like she stamped on it. Super cute. But yeah, so I'm not sure who did this one. Waco, Texas. Close it back up. Fun. Let's see, how long are we at? Oh, almost at 15 minutes. Another swap. More pieces. I don't know if you guys want to see inside all of these. Oh, it looks like it's got an envelope inside. I'm not going to take this one open yet. Okay, this was another one. These are hand done tags, almost ATC size. I'm not sure. This is done by Cindy. She didn't sign it, but she was my table mate, so I knew it was her. But each color, and then there's a trim in between each one. And it looks like the back of this is paper bag, so it could be layered, stamped and colored. So cute. Oh, I love this yellow. The yellow, blue. Oh, I like that too. Okay, maybe I like all of them. Leaves, and then she added charms and some string. So super cute. Another swap. The swaps were amazing. Not sure. I think this was a swap. This is from Leslie. Yeah, because she gave me some extra of these seed packets, different playing cards with different backgrounds, so they're not the standard red wheel cards. These are cool. All different patterns. Payload handbook. Mission objectives. Oh, it's like space. Cool. And so, space shuttle. And then a time card. Then she also, it's kind of funny, she gave us all a whole container of these because she had the order was done wrong at Office Depot, I believe is what the story was, and she ended up with 50 or 100 packages of these big binder clips. So she gave all of us one, which is awesome because they're great to hold your books together when you need to stitch them up. So that's another swap. This is another swap. This is from Elaine. I love these bags. Lil by Mail does these bags. Glue, a keychain wristlet, a storage, and then a small listing journal, like a one signature traveler's notebook style journal. Very cool. Very cool. I'm gonna have to move some stuff. I'm gonna fall. This is from Terry, I think. These are a bunch of old ledger papers. Let me go back out. There you go. It's in my shirt. Old ledger papers. Some of these are super thick. These are so cool. Can you imagine having a book this big on your desk that you had to take notes or do all the accounting in, and then you're flipping the page and it's like that big old book? That's what these are. They're huge. So cool. Old vintagey. State of Texas county records, not actual records, but blank sheets. State of Texas joint acknowledgement, single acknowledgement, wife separate. Oh, county. This is cool. Forms. This is when they used to do everything by hand in writing. I lost that art now. Now it's all on your computer. But these are fun. Fun to play with and use. These are some of the textiles that were, I think some of these were on the table, and then some of them were just in the box of scraps. Like I know I grabbed this one because I'm going to cut out these little flowers for my dangles and my tags. This was, I think this was in the D-stash box. I'm going to give those a try. So these were this was D-stash stuff that I grabbed, different materials to play with. This is more of that really thick, heavy canvas material. Super pretty. But yeah, all the stuff's there. She's like, take what you want, take what you need. So some of us had, and some of these are like strips, like this was in there. But I thought this was a good size for a spine. I kept that. Some stuff was on a roll. We just walked around and cut a piece so that you could have them if you wanted it. If you didn't want it, say no thanks and move on. Something was wrapped in here. Oh, this is another swap. This is a fabric dangle somebody made. And it's on a key ring. It has a key. Oh, cute dragonflies. See that? And then it's just all the different trims. So using all those leftover pieces, those different, remember all this eyelash trim? Gosh, this reminds me of old Basic Gray when we used to get the package of all the trims. Some of us still have all those trims. You just make them into dangles. And then you could put a clip on here if you want. And then here's another one. And this one is done. Oh, this is so pretty. With rock beads, glass beads. But this doesn't have a name. So I'm not sure who did this. Super cute though. Very, very cute. Something was wrapped in here. I saved the tissue, you know, because I'm like that, crazy like that, I guess. This was another swap that Deborah did. Deborah does, she said, oh, I didn't have time to do swaps, but she did all of these things for us. So the theme this year was boho. And so she found all these boho, bright, really pretty materials and just cut us little swatches so that we could have, she did this too, stamped on fabric. And then this was another, I think this might have been a swap as well, but I don't remember. So that's all of that. And then this came from the D stash box for my Disney books. I'm going to use that. This was a gift. This was a gift or a prize. This is a stamp and die cuts that go together. So everybody gets a prize. It just depends on when you get a prize. But lots of prizes and things to have. This was another swap. This had, I think this might have been from Allura. I might be mistaken, but she gave everybody a folder that was full of, fabric for you to use. Fabric swatches. She made a little, different fabrics, different pieces of paper. This looks like it's stamped, but it has a little bit of a gloss to it, like shiny. Different papers and a printable. I love this Harlequin, so cute. So she gave everybody those. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So are you guys overwhelmed yet? I was slightly overwhelmed walking into the building. Not as much as last year. Last year was my first year and I was Denise. Denise did the little book from Texas. Her little labels on there. But as I was saying, last year there was just so much that I just couldn't think straight for hours. And it was just so much stuff. I was totally overwhelmed. This year I was a little better about keeping myself more organized. So that I could, cute little bag. I don't remember what was in here, but I shoved a bunch of other stuff in there. Look at all these little things. Okay, so this was another project. Tassels. So it came with some tassel strips, different trims, and then you could go pick from the table that had all the strips to add more color if you wanted to. It came with a spool, some hemp twine, the bulb pin, and this bead. And then Donna showed us how to do these. She did a real quick little tutorial, like show and tell kind of thing. But I can make this tassel. I had this on my bingo book and it kept getting snagged, so I took it off for now. That was another little project. Like I said, we had little trays on the table, and in those trays we had a little keychain, some of those. This is like one of those. This is the Parthenon. So this is for my daughter. I saw it and I was like, oh, that's for her. She loves that. But it's one of those. Oh my gosh, you put all the slides in, and it used to go to do like a slideshow. Anyway, buttons, playing cards, some trims, some embroidery floss. Everybody had different colors. Some just trims. This came from a swap. Excuse me, my dog is in here now. Some sewn flowers, some silk flower. Actually, not silk. I don't know what material that is. Some doily pieces. So all of this was on our table already in the tray so that you could use it for the weekend. This has stuff in it. If I pop this open, this little lid, super cute little flowers. Some more slides. Little envelopes, some washi, some trim. Like this was another little kit. Like putting this together. These are those soft beads, which was super fun. Some yo-yos. So all kinds of stuff. Somebody had a bunch of quilted strips. She just walked around. She's like, "Hey, does anybody want any of these?" I think this came from Erin. Pretty sure. So just all of these little ideas on how to use all the little pieces that you have collected and on your desk. And then more book pages, and make a writing board cover with one sheet of paper to avoid bumps. So you put this in between if you're writing on your pieces. And then look at this, is a coin wrapper with a tag. Oh my goodness, all these little things that people think about. I'm going to dump all of these in this tub. So I'm going to show this tub real quick, but I'm going to take my dog outside. We'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. I already just realized that this video is already an hour. So I'm going to like go through this a little bit faster, but these are other just little things that were on the table. These are my tags that I made. This was a little project that she had, and it's Oma's sampler tag. And it's basically taking your fabric and your, oh wait, this one was not made. I got two of them. I have another one. But basically just quick fabric dangles. Super cute. Playing cards, flashcards, like all these things were sitting there for you to use. Use what you want. Use it how you want. It was very cute. This record, I'm going to see if this actually plays. It's kind of scratched, but see if it works. But some people put holes in it and stuck it in their bingo books, which I thought was cute. Different dress paper, envelopes. Yeah. So if you want to start junk journaling and have never done it before, you would get so many things to use if you went to one of these events. You might be a little overwhelmed. I will tell you, again, it's not designed to be a class. It's a workshop or a retreat. So you work at your own pace, you do your own thing. But if you need help, the ladies there, and I will say, including myself, are very willing, very, very willing to help you walk you through it. Hey, how do you do this? Can I see what you did? Can you show me how you did that? Absolutely. The ladies that have attended the last 2 years, I went last year, newbie. I reached out and I said, can I come even if I'm not from Texas? And she said, absolutely. We would love to have you. So I traveled alone. I was a little nervous, to say the least. But got there and was welcome right in. No hesitation, no questions. It was just so much fun. And then this year we had some new people. Some people didn't come back, and we had new ladies. And I hope they felt just as welcome as I did the year before, if not more. Another tag. I made this one with scraps from the table and a fussy cut. So yeah. So many things. And I haven't. There's more stuff sitting over here. You guys, I didn't even show you everything that we got or everything that we swapped. Actually, here's one that I know that was a swap. One gal, she does a lot of canvas work and art, and so she did a tag for everybody. China. This Porch Gypsy's art is her Instagram, but she made tags for everybody and then signed them. That was her swap. So cute. Popcorn bags. Oh, crinkly. This is from Ruth. So this is a charm kit with different beads and fun little trinkets inside that you can make. And then, snacks. And then some washi and some other little fun things. And this was her swap, which is so fun. Oh my goodness. And then this was another little project piece. It's a manila folder that had a flap. So this is the fold right here. So it's two pieces and then they folded this piece down. So it's basically a tag with a pocket. And then I just used some of the pieces off of the swaps and created that. This is another little project that was on the table. It's a glue bottle dangle. I have not put this together yet. It's supposed to fit in the glue bottle so you don't keep losing the little pin, which I do all the time. It's another project that I didn't get to work on. Oh, okay, last one, I promise. This was another swap. Oh my goodness. It was wrapped in, if you watched my little reel, the brown paper packaging, tied up with string, with this cute little paper on top. It's all stitched. This is from Janelle. She made everybody this book. Look at that. It's got a dangle, a tassel, it's fabric, stitching, ribbon, the whole thing. She made one for everyone. So amazing. Zoom in a little bit and then I'll flip through this and hopefully this will be the end. I'll do a whole video after this as a separate video because we also stopped at an antique store, but let me not get distracted. This book, super duper cute, pockets, trim, stitching, elements galore. Like so many details in this book. Flip ups, pockets. Oh, that's a flip up and a flip down from a bingo card. Embossed, stitched tags. I mean, like, I just got so many ideas just from her book. All the different flip out pieces. And tags in glassine bags and pictures. One of these pictures is an actual picture of her as a kid. I can't remember which one she said, but old magazines, flowers, stamps, just absolutely amazing. So cute. All the little trinkets and pieces. Oh, this one. This is her family actually as kids. She's in the middle on the little rocking horse. How cute is that? So cute, so cute. Yes. So she made 32 of these for us. And then she told us a story. And she actually made this for another, I don't know if they were the exact same or similar, for another group that she participated in. So she's made over 100 or close to 200 of these books, if I'm not mistaken, which blows my mind. So cute. So many little details, like just a piece of fabric and stitching with a little label right there on a tag. Easy peasy. adds so much. Little clusters. So cute. These old vintage pieces. Old cards that you can take apart. Book pages from an old Christmas book. Oh my goodness. I don't know whose baby that is, but so cute. Anyway, we were blown away. Everybody. Blown away with receiving this as well. So gorgeous. So fun. Might even just use this as my Christmas book this year and already be ready to go. Super duper cute. Janelle, you are truly talented. So adorable. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So, wow. So that is my, for the most part, look, I'm still finding stuff over here. For the most part, the excuse me, let me start that again. Junkie 4, Round Top, Texas haul, I guess. Gifts, blessings, so many things to use and play with. I think this is another swap. Look, I keep finding stuff, you guys. I still have a pile over here of things, papers, and I have a manila folder that's just full of paper to use. So thank you for joining me today. Me jumping back in, getting my feet back wet with recording. Hopefully, fingers crossed, my computer will like me today when I try to do this and upload it. That was one of my roadblocks, but I think my husband figured it out. So, yay. So that is my video. Junkie 4 was absolutely amazing. Deborah did a fabulous job. The women there, truly kind souls, so talented, so fun just to hang out with for a couple days. And I cannot wait for next year. At this point, I'm 85% sure I'm going back. I just have to double check calendars. I was already planning for September, so now it's in June, late June. I want to make sure it works out with my daughter being home and excuse me, summertime and that kind of thing. So fingers crossed. If you want information, you can also ask questions down below. I'm happy to respond. But yeah, Junkie Edition 4.0 was a huge success. Thanks for watching, you guys, and hopefully I'll get back to more tutorial videos soon. And I will see you all later. Have a fabulous weekend. Okay, bye.